how my friends have betrayed me, specific examples of who did what, then maybe I have one true friend. It was so embarrassing, man. But when I need help, he fucking ghosted me. Because when I was at my lowest, nobody was really there. I absolutely hate and cannot stand is, what is God trying to teach me with this? And do you know what my conclusion was? Oh, sorry, I'm just a bad texter. I'm really bad at this. It's bullshit. If a 10 out of 10 hot chick messaged you, you would not forget to text her back. Maybe I sounded bitter in this video, but... So I was working in this cafe, which I normally do, until this stupid baby started hysterically crying, which is some of those things that I just cannot stand. So I had to bounce and record the second episode of Onetakes with Martin. And you already know, there are no cuts, no edits, no retakes in this series. And today I'm gonna be talking about how my friends have betrayed me. I'm gonna bring specific examples of who did what. So if you're one of my friends, or if you consider yourself one of my friends, and if you did something, you will find out in this video. And I will just tell you what I have learned over the last 6 months about friendship, connecting with people, and how nobody really cares about you and everybody just cares about themselves. So I'm gonna give you the full story, have a nice walk, and you will know about everything. So let's go back a year from now, a year to the past, all right? I was lonely, and my old friends from high school, from university, kind of went separate ways because I started a business. They were going to university or getting a 9-to-5 job. So I couldn't really get along with them that well anymore, and I needed new friends because I was lonely. So I started organizing all sorts of events, inviting people to my house. I really took that role of being a leader, being an organizer, for not just for myself, for me to have friends, but for other people as well. Everybody is lonely in this online entrepreneurship game. So I did a lot of events. In fact, if you want to check it out, and this is, I promise, you're gonna be the only edit in this whole video, go to cloudmoney_club on Instagram and check out some of the stuff that I did there. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Those were just the biggest and best events and parties. But every single week I invited entrepreneurs to my house, to cafes, to co-work, all that. I did a lot for a lot of people. And I didn't receive any of that back. When I was at my lowest point of my life, nobody was there for me. Nobody offered help, nobody gave a shit. And yeah, that's just the reality of things, guys, and I'm gonna break it down to you exactly what happened. So let me start with the most important things. I left Budapest about 2 months ago. Now I'm back, but I went to Rome and I left the country. And there's this saying that I really think is true. Let me just switch hands here. That in Hungarian it goes, bajban ismerszik meg a jó barát, which means your true friends show when you're in trouble. Basically, when you're in trouble and when things are not going your way and people help you and are there for you, those are your true friends. Now, if we take this definition, then maybe I have one true friend. Maybe. Pretty much that's it. There was a guy, and let me start off with this one. There was a guy who I met last year on one of these events that I was doing. It was called Guns and Steak. We basically went to shoot guns and eat steak with a bunch of entrepreneurs. And if you go on the Cloud Money Instagram, you can check out how awesome it was. And I met this guy there, and we got along from moment one perfectly. And it was awesome, really good guy. We started calling each other best friends because we were hanging out a lot. Of course, you can already guess, he was at my house all the time. I was at his house. Bro, we were besties. It was a full-on bromance. Now I leave to Rome for 2 months. He doesn't call me a single time to check up on me. I called him once, we had a conversation, called him again, didn't pick up. And then I felt like, I don't think it's only my job to call people and to check up with them. So I'm trying to see if they do the same. And he didn't. But it's forgivable. Okay, that's fine. I launched a Skool group recently, and he was very nice to join this Skool community, and I did an opening ceremony on a group call for this Skool community, and I texted him the same day, hey bro, we have the opening ceremony called launch party today, please come to the call, here's the link. He didn't text me back anything. And bruv, I'm sitting on this group call at 8 p.m. with one person. It was so embarrassing, man. There was one person sitting on the group call, and I feel the embarrassment, but I'm just trying to, weasel myself out of the situation. Like, yeah, bro, I think the other people are late. I think they're gonna be here soon. We're gonna wait a few more minutes. Until then, I can give you my one-on-one attention. What questions can I answer? I try to, damage control the situation, but it was embarrassing as fuck. And when you would need your friend to at least have one more person in the fucking group call, he ghosts you, right? And yeah, it's a shame, but life goes on. I have a lot more examples, guys. This video is gonna be a long one. That's number one. Number two, there's this other guy, okay? He doesn't live in Hungary, he lives somewhere else, but we've been following each other on Instagram for a long time. And we've been awesome friends online, and we even met in person. Because he flew to Budapest to shoot content for one of his clients. And he knows that I'm from Budapest. He texted me, yo Marton, I need help. What are the nice locations to shoot pics? I sent him some links. Marton, I need help. I need to rent a supercar. Can you help? Boom, immediately hook him up with someone. Marton, I need a helicopter ride. Can you help me find? I help him find. So they ended up shooting a helicopter ride for his client. This very premium content, very awesome, very aesthetic. The service itself is fucking great. And he asked me, yo Marton, can you help me film the landing of this helicopter shot, which is gonna be an hour outside of Budapest, but it would mean a lot to him. And I was like, of course, bro, I got you. So I went there with one of my friends, drove an hour out of Budapest, shot these awesome helicopter shots. We had dinner with them, or we had lunch with them, shot the helicopter taking off, and drove back an hour to Budapest. So I gave him a lot of help. And also, the story doesn't even start here. I forgot to mention, as I said, I've known this guy for a long time on Instagram. When he came to Budapest, that was the first time I met him in person. But I helped him, I provided value to him before already, when he was organizing a trip with entrepreneurs, a mastermind kind of trip, and he had a tough time finding the people and filling up all the spots for this event, and he asked for help. Hey Marton, I know you have a lot of entrepreneurs in your connections. Does anybody maybe want to come to my event? And I immediately reshared his content in my stories, and I sent him a bunch of leads, and one person, of course, signed up, paid, and went to this event. Did I get a commission? No. Did I want a commission? Of course not. I'm helping people for free. I don't care about money. I'm just a nice person. Now, back to Budapest. When I went to an hour of my time to drive out of Budapest, shoot this landing, an hour back, did I ask for money? No, of course not. I don't accept money for this kind of stuff. But I expect to return the favor. Now, this year, I tried twice to organize a similar kind of mastermind event with entrepreneurs to Sicily. And I asked this guy, does he want to come? He said, no, I'm like, fine. And then I texted him again, hey bro, I'm having a hard time filling up the spots just like you did. Can you please reshare these 2 pictures in your stories? So I already created the content that he can just with one click reshare in his stories, tag me, and since he has a huge network online, that would probably have saved me. And do you know what he does? He fucking ghosted me. And when you need help and I'm there, that's nice. But when I need help, and there are other reasons, I'm gonna mention it in another video, why this trip was especially important for me to be able to make it happen, he's not there, he's not available, he's busy, whatever. All right, That's story number 2. Story number 3. And this is nothing major, but I still wanted to mention it. There's one more guy from Budapest that I've known, again, for a year. He's been in my house multiple times, whatever, so many times. And this is the kind of guy who, tells to the group, oh yeah, guys, next time we are at my place. And then, of course, nothing happens because he never invites us to his place, right? And not only that, because I don't look at inviting people to my house as something so crazy, but to this guy specifically, I sent so many leads, like maybe 3 or 4 potential clients I sent to him on Instagram. Always nice, always helpful, whatever. And then I had an interview call with him. And he gave me value. I have to give you that. He gave me his time, he gave me value. He did this 30-minute call with me. And at the end of the call, he asked me, Martin, you're always trying to help, but how can I help you back? What can I do for you? And I'm so sad and disappointed that I couldn't react on the spot and I didn't remember, because I indeed asked him for help before. I texted him when I was organizing this same event to Sicily. Hey bro, do you wanna come? He said, I don't know, send me the details. Sent him the details. And I also said, hey bro, by the way, do you have any other entrepreneur friends? I know you have, who might be interested in coming. It would help a lot if you could, reshare in your stories or just send me something. By the way, guys, just to get to know me a little bit, other than babies crying, the other thing that I absolutely hate and cannot stand is dogs barking. Absolutely horrible, okay? Cats all the way, by the way. So yeah, he asked me, Martin, what can I help you with? But dude, I already asked for help. When I was trying to do this event, I asked you, can you send me some other people who might be interested in coming? What does he go? What does he do? Ghost me, okay? Another stupid dog, by the way, ruining the footage, but Onetakes, baby, Onetakes. So that's number 3. And other than that, guys, it's just the rest I'm not even that mad about. Like, if you have been following me and if you know me personally a little bit, or you have seen my Instagram content, you know that I've been going over and beyond to my friends who are in Budapest doing parties, meetups, everything. Like, if I'm there, things are organized and shit happens. If I'm not there, nothing happens, pretty much. So those were some of the people I was disappointed in. There were, of course, other smaller examples, but I don't really want to go into that as much. Basically, what I want to ask you, the viewer, you think you have friends. Oh yeah. Try going to a different country or even a different city for a month or 2 months and don't text any of your friends and see who texts you. Those are your real friends, the ones who check up on you, who are there for you where you are at your lowest, who offer help. Because when I was at my lowest, nobody was really there, which taught me 2 things. Number 1 is that you can really only count on yourself. You think you have friends, but you really don't. You can only really count on yourself. I'm gonna wait for this one to go. And number 2, which is, I try to ask myself, I'm not super religious, okay, but for some reason I asked this question to myself. What is God trying to teach me with this? What lesson is God trying to teach me with the shit that is happening? I'm giving people so many value and I'm so helpful and so nice to everyone. And when I need them, or don't need them, but just you could return the favor, they disappear. What is God trying to teach me with this? And you know what my conclusion was? To just keep giving. To just keep giving value to people regardless of how assholes they are. To just keep being a nice person and don't let other people change who you are. Don't change your character based on what you get from other people. Stay true to yourself even though they give you shit. That's pretty much what my conclusion is. And yeah, shout out to those few people who actually helped and who were actually there for me and who actually checked up, because there are a few and I really appreciate you guys. So I'm trying to think of, is there anything else that I wanted to say in this video about friendships? I think there was one more thing that I kind of forgot. I guess, guys, just ask yourself. Oh yeah, I remember now. Good shit. So the last conclusion is, ask yourself, if I went for 2 months to different country, who would check up on me? Who would ask me how I am? Who would be there for me? And the sad reality is, people are your friends when it's easy to be friends. When you are in the same city and you can meet whenever you want and you organize all sorts of events and they just need to come. Bruv, I realized that I went with the car and I walked back. Damn, bro. So I need to walk back now. It's crazy, man. My car is supposed to be there. Bruv. Okay, let me go back to the conclusion. Most people are your friends when it's easy to be friends. Most people are your friends when you give them shit, you organize cool stuff, you give them value, and they just need to come and enjoy it. But when it's a little bit more difficult to be friends, they need to call you, they need to remember to text you, they need to do something. Oh, everybody disappears, bruv. Everybody disappears. Oh, I was busy, I was working on my business, blah, blah, blah. Sure, bro, but you accepted the value before. When it's your chance to return the favor, you were non-existent. You were a ghost. So, very harsh realizations and disappointments this year, guys. But we keep going and we keep giving. That's the conclusion. And I guess this is the end of the video, and I will have to walk back to my car. It's a big L, but 10,000 steps. Let's go. I know this video is supposed to be one take, but I just forgot to mention something, and I think it's important. Is that most of these people who don't check up on you, don't text you back, ghost you, whatever, are gonna tell you, oh, sorry, I'm just a bad texter. Oh, sorry, I was just busy. I'm not good at this. I sometimes don't see messages, blah, blah, blah. And it's a fucking bullshit excuse, and I will tell you why. Imagine if Andrew Tate texted you, or Donald Trump texted you, or your mom or your girlfriend or whatever. Do you forget to text them back? Do you forget to get back to them? Probably not. Probably it's gonna be on top of your mind to text back to Andrew Tate, like, I will do my best to be friends with this guy and have a connection, whatever. And my conclusion is that if somebody ghosts you, doesn't text you back, and that sort of stuff, it means that they don't think you are priority one. You are somehow not important enough on their priority level to think about you. So I guess that's on me. Maybe I'm not an important enough person. Maybe I'm not tall enough and jagged enough and rich enough for people to look at me like, oh shit, I better text this guy back and I better be good friends with him, because otherwise, that's bad for me. And maybe it's my fault, but I think that with friends, so if people are really truly your friends and you did friends stuff for them, then it's not about how much your status is and how valuable you are. It's about, hey, I'm your friend and I was there for you and gave you value, and when I need value, it's your turn, So don't let anybody fool you with saying, oh, sorry, I'm a bad texter, sorry, I'm really bad at this, because it's bullshit. If a 10 out of 10 hot chick messaged you, you would not forget to text her back. If Andrew Tate would text you, you would not forget to text him back. So the only thing that this means is that you are not important enough for them to remember you. I just realized now, maybe the flashlight destroyed the footage because this phone case is not compatible with the flashlight, but whatever, one takes, boys. So I hope the audio was fine, guys. That's it. And yeah, keep your friends at bay. I forgive everybody. I don't hold grudges. I am at peace right now. So maybe I sounded bitter in this video, but if you watch until here, I'm at peace. I forgive everybody. I don't hold grudges, but I remember all of your motherfucking names.